I hope you already made yourself a little bit cozy. Today we're using one block, but if you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can also do it without. It's just like also for like demonstration purposes. It's just easier to explain. So yeah, welcome. Welcome, so good to have you. And starting right off. We're starting right off slowly by a little bit of warm up. But then we're going in detail to downward facing dog. We're calling it from 0 to hero, right? And we're just going in downward facing dog first, kind of like you're exploring yourself. And then with time and time, I'm giving you more options and some more details you can look into. And yeah, if you have any questions, always feel free to write in the chat next to you on the right side. And yeah, let's start. Let's do that. First of all, come to a wonderful sit. Sit down on a pillow or up on some books or blocks, whatever you have, and sit up tall. Come into a wonderful sit. Feel how your feet are connected to the floor. By the way, my hands are a little bit dirty. I painted today with yellow. You will see that very, very soon as well on the yoga scene. Like, it will be more yellow, not just right now. And take a deep breath in, your belly into your chest. Sit up upright. Get long from your hips to your head. Feel how your feet are rooted into the floor. And from there, let's just circle our shoulders today. Bring the shoulders forward, upward, backward, and down. And again, we're really going to go into downward facing dog. Not a complete kind of like yoga lesson as usual. It's really like in detail in downward facing dog. Still, we need to warm up ourselves a little bit. And then we go into downward facing dog again and again. And maybe in the end, we're doing some sun salutations. Still, it's kind of like a yoga lesson, you know? Good. So if you like to join, if you're a beginner, you're very welcome. Maybe you will learn a lot. Maybe you're already advanced and maybe you learn a detail or two. And yeah, that would be amazing. So when you're pulling your shoulders up, like forward, up, backward, down, you can also feel how your hands are moving front and back. On your thighs, on your palms. And not just feel with your palms, but also feel with your thighs when you're doing that. How does that feel on your thighs? Good job. Shake your wrists out, your elbows, shoulders. Let's bring the arms just up quickly. Not quickly, in your time. Breathing in deep as you're lifting up. Bring your hands, your palms are pointing forward. Reach up from your hips to your fingers. Good job. If you like to smile, smile. Breathing out, release your arms down. And inhale again. Bring your arms up. Get long from your hips to the fingers. Breathing out, releasing. And breathing in again, bring your arms up. Think about your dreams and the stars in the sky or above you and try to reach them. Get a little bit closer. Yeah, a little bit closer, day by day. Good job. And release your arms down, breathing out. Good. So, let's come into all fours just to warm up our spine a little bit. Then we're going into puppy pose. Then we're taking it up to a little first downward facing dog today. But first of all, take your time to come into all fours. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, hips over the knees. And from there, breathing in deep, start to arch up from your lower spine upward. Vertebra by vertebra coming up. And breathing out, chin to chest, rounding down from the top of the head down. Breathing in again from your lower spine up. Breathing in deep. Go in your rhythm. And really try to connect to every vertebra moving on its own. Good. And then come back into the middle. From here, push your chest up. Push your chest up. Push your shoulders out of the shoulder sockets. And then release down. Just feel how that feels. Chest down and chest up. Good job. Again, if you have any questions, you can always write in the chat. Push your chest up by the shoulders, leaving the shoulder sockets, and then bring your shoulder blades on the back together. Really feel this. Get comfortable with this movement, or really explore that movement. Good. To understand it. Good. Release. Shake your wrists out a little. Elbows your shoulders. And again, we're going in first, like without deep knowledge in downward facing dog. Then we're working on it more and more and more. And then in the end, check in again with how your downward facing dog feels. So it's going to be amazing. Very happy to have you. Bring your hands forward. Spread the fingers, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw the fingers. I'm already giving too many cues. And we're just coming into puppy pose. You can just walk with your hands a little bit forward. Keep your hips over the knees. And feel how your lower spine gets more space, maybe a slight back bend. Think about back bends here. So keep your shoulders engaged a little bit. I won't go anywhere deeper here, but just saying like, okay, keep your chest up a little bit. Keep your shoulders a little bit engaged. We're going deeper later, so you really will understand the exact movements that you can do. Good. And your head is kind of like relaxed, in line with the spine. And from there, slowly come back. Bring your hands a little bit back, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers, tuck your toes in, and shift your hips up into the sky. From there, you can bend your knees. Good. And just go for a little walk. Wherever you are today, if you like to come a little bit forward, more into a plankish position and walk there, please do that. If you like to explore a little bit where you can go, do that. What you should do is keep your shoulders up. So don't sink down with your shoulders all the way, kind of like creating a hyperflexibility in your shoulders. Don't do that. But keep your chest a little bit up. Good. Look between your wrists and start to walk forward and up. Good. Bend your knees, bring your hands to hips, elbows pointing upward. Stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms up. Get long. Slight back bend. Engage your belly. And release. Bring your arms down by your side. Shake them out. Hey, Mika, jumping in and joining you. I'm excited. Welcome, Mika. Shake your hands out, shake your legs. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you, my friend. We're going now today deep into downward facing dog. So it just came in at the right time. And the first change that we want to do is the mounts of the fingers. Yeah, we're just doing the mounts of the fingers. It's such an important concept that we're just looking on it separately one time. Then I'm going to explain you more and more. And in the end, you will be the best. No, I'm kidding. You will be able to do downward facing dog with like a new perspective. This is my goal for today. So you will see, oh yeah, in this downward facing dog, there's way more than I thought in that. That's my goal. So what we're doing is we bring the hands together and we push in through the hands. Push in through the hands and feel how the mounts of the fingers, where the fingers are attached, right, are connected to each other and then pressing into each other. Good. Push in through the mounts of the fingers. Hey, Solar, welcome in Jamie as well. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Oh, already 10 months. Wow. Lots of love to you. Hey, Solar, are you also joining in for a little bit? Release, shake your wrists out. And again, big hug to you, first of all, Jamie. Big hug to everybody, of all of you. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that. Push in through the mounts of the fingers again. Bring the fingers together and push in. Feel how the mounts of the fingers are connecting. And then release again. This is really, also Jamie, if you like to join in. This is really, really deep. We're going really, really deep in downward facing dog. So you will learn a lot. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Mika? How are you doing, Solar? How are you doing, Jamie? Push in through the mounts of the fingers. Push in through the fingers as well, so clawing the fingers a little. Sorry about that. Release, push in through the fingers again, through the mounts of the fingers. Claw the fingers. Release, one more time, one last time. Push in through the mounts of the fingers. And you might ask, why are we doing that? That's a good question. We are doing this to protect our wrist when we're in a position where we have the hands on the floor. And we put in a lot of weight through the hands, right? We're protecting the wrist by pressing in through the mounts of the fingers. Now we're going back into downward facing dog. So please come forward to the front of the mat again and slowly bend your knees, hinge at your hips, bring your hands down, connect them with the floor, spread your fingers, push in through the mounts of the fingers right now, step back and see what's changing right now. See what's changing right now as you're pushing in through the mounts of the fingers. What happens if you push in through the mounts of the fingers? And there's happening a lot, you know. Again, as before, keep your chest up. Try to keep your chest up. Don't sink through into the floor and create a don't create a hyperextended shoulder there, but keep your chest up. Good. And walk with your feet. How does that feel right now? I'm doing good, says Jamie. I'm doing really good, Jamie. Thank you for asking. So many wonderful people in here. And just walk with your heels up and down. You can bend your knees as much as you need, right? And get long from your hands to your hips. Get long from your hands to your hips. From here, look between your wrists and start to walk forward and up again. Good. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward. Stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms up into the sky. Slide back, bend here. And release. Good. So now we're going even deeper. This was just like one little detail. We're going a little bit deeper and we're connecting something else to the index finger. So you can keep on standing. I'm coming to my knees to show it to you better. So what's happening when we are pressing into the mounts of the fingers? Bring your hands up. Think about, we're pressing into the mounts of the fingers. And kind of like what kind of movement happens is like we're turning the hands outside like this. And what's happening with your shoulders there? What's happening with your shoulders there when you're pressing into the mounts of the fingers? The shoulders are going more to the back. The shoulders are going more to the back. Good. And we don't want that. We bring the shoulders or the arm, we turn the arm, like your whole arm forward again. So again, shake your wrists out, shake your arms out. Bring your hands up. Think about you're in downward facing dog and you're pushing into the mounts of the fingers, right? Turn your hands maybe a little bit around. Okay, bring them back. Bring them together so the palms are facing to each other. And now you kind of like want to keep the position of your hands, the position of your arm here, where it is, and then turn your hand around. Turn your hand around, keeping the position of where your arm is here. You know what I'm saying? Good. Again, like just up like this. keeping the position of the arm where it is and opening up with your hands to the outside. Does that make sense to you? Good. This keeps our chest up, you know, and we don't sink down. We don't sink down into a hyperextension of our shoulders. I hope that makes sense. Good, because we're going to do that one more time right now, just like this. You can also just do one arm. Feel if your arm is moving with your hand, right? We don't want the arm to be moved when you're moving your hand. So the hand moves separately from your arm, right? So again, try it with your other arm. Bring it up and then turn your hand outside, keeping the arm where it is, without pushing the shoulder to the back, right? Without opening up the shoulder to the back. You see that? Good. Good job. So keep it engaged. Good. And this happens because you're pushing into the mounts of the fingers. Now we're going to do downward facing dog again, and you can test that out. So come to the front of the mat. If anything doesn't make sense to you, please ask, and we're going over it again. Bend your knees, bring your hands down to the floor, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers, stepping back. Good. From here, we push into the mounts of the fingers a lot. We're keeping kind of like the shoulders where they are, right? We're not just sinking through here, but really feel like what kind of muscles you need to engage. The same muscles that we engaged before, right? As we did that. You can try to feel it again, right? Push in through the mounts of the fingers. Great job. You bend your knees a little bit. Feel the length that you're creating from your hands to your hips. Walk a little. Great job, everybody. Great job, Mika. Everybody who's joining in. Feel the length. Breathing in deep. Look between your wrists and start to walk slowly forward and up. Good. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward, stand up with a straight back, bring your arms up. Breathing in deep. Bring your hands in front of your heart together, close your eyes for a moment. See how you're feeling. And release. Shake your wrists out, your elbows, your shoulders. How does that feel? Good. And you know what? Let's release a little bit the tension. Let's make it fun, you know. It's not just about going into detail. Let's also relax a little bit. Jump out of your knees and really release your shoulders and your neck. I really love this exercise a lot. Jump out of your knees. Release your shoulders and your neck. Let your shoulders jump, your neck jump. Keep your feet connected to the floor. And at any point in time, if it starts hurting you, or if there is some pain, come out of it. Come out of it. You don't need to do it. But try another day again. From there, jump out of your heels and really stomp the ground. Stomp the ground. Just the heels. Great job. Release your shoulders and your neck. From there, if you like to intensify, you can jump out of the toes and really connect with the toes and the heels to the floor. Release your shoulders and your neck a lot. Great. And then come back. Shake your legs out, shake your wrists. So one more time, let's explore this one more time before we go any further. Again, remember the mounts of the fingers and then not keeping your arm where it is. Bring your arms up and then bring hands forward like you would push the mounts of the fingers into the floor, right? And then keep your arms where they are, right? Good job. Try that out. How does that feel? And again, maybe release a little. One more time. Can you feel that? Or maybe you can also just release and see what's happening when you're releasing. See that your shoulders are getting more onto the back together if you're doing this without keeping your arms where they are, right? So one last time, just try to explore. And if you don't feel it, don't feel it. Maybe another day when you practice, you suddenly start to feel, oh, my shoulders are on the back together. Good. Release. Let's come forward to the mat. We're going one more time through it. And then we're going with the next one. Bend your knees, bring your hands down to the floor, push into the mounds of the fingers, claw your fingers. Keep your arms where they are. Don't let your shoulders come to the back too much, but keep them engaged, right? Keep your arms engaged. Feel the length from your hips to your head, to your arms, to the fingers. So from the fingers to the hips, get long, long, long. Bend your knees as much as you need. Keep your arms engaged. So think heart to fingers, get long. From the heart to the fingers. Breathing out, keeping that length. And then breathing in, get long from the heart to the hips. Great job. Bend your knees as much as you need. Look between your wrists and start to walk forward and up. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward, and stand up with the straight back, with a straight back. Bring your arms up, slight back bend, engage your belly. And release. Good job, everybody. Are you still with me? You're doing good. You are doing good. Shake your wrists out, shake your elbows out, shake your shoulders. Now, we're coming into Tadasana. We're coming into Tadasana because I really need to show you one thing there. One little thing. It's really small. It's a small movement, but it changes everything in downward facing dog and in so many other positions. So come into Tadasana. Bring your hips, bring your feet below your hips. And we're also going into a little bit of detail in Tadasana. So what we're doing is we're pushing the feet away from each other. Push your feet away from each other. Like here, pushing them away from each other. Now the shin bones are coming together, or your lower legs. Bring them together. Keep your knees are engaged. Keeping all these actions, try to keep all these 3 actions. We're coming to the main action that we want to learn today. The main action, you can also take a block if you have one. If you don't have one, it's all right. We're putting the block between our legs here. And what we're doing is you're turning the block, or we're bringing the block more to the back. So kind of like, again, keep all these actions and then try to bring the block more to the back. So turning the thigh muscles inward and back. What's happening then is that the lower back creates an additional arch, or creates an arch here. You're turning the thighs inward and back. And that's exactly what we want to feel in downward facing dog. We want to find more space in our lower back. Now, to counter that movement, we're drawing the belly button in and up. Good job, everybody. Your chest a little bit in, especially the beginning of your chest. A little bit in, your shoulders onto the back. Draw the chin a little bit to the back. Feel the length from your feet to the top of the head. And trying to keep all these actions that we went over. Again, feet away from each other. Push them away from each other. Shin bones together. Keep your knees engaged. Turn the thighs inward and back. Draw the belly in and up. Your chest a little bit in. Your shoulders onto the back. Draw the chin a little bit to the back. Tuck the chin in. From there you can also lift your arms up. Feeling the length here. Again, here, again, you can also not just put your put your arm completely onto the back. But again, you can do the same thing as before. Like pushing into the mounts of the fingers. If you don't have enough, you know, if you want more, push into the mounts of the fingers and keeping your chest, your arms a little bit forward. Does that make sense to you? Good. And then release. Good. And exactly what we want to focus on is just this movement with your legs. So, no, this doesn't work. So bringing the block to the back. So if I'm doing it without any other actions, I'm turning my thighs inward and back. So engage your muscles, bring the block inward and back. That's what we want to do. Good. And this is what we're going to do in downward facing dog right now. So you can keep your block there and come to the front. Bring your hands down, bend your knees, push into the mounts of the fingers and jump or step to the back. If you have a block, maybe you need to jump. Good. And from here, again, we push into the mounts of the fingers. We keep our arms engaged. Again, we're not just bringing the shoulders onto the back and opening up, but we keep the arms engaged. Push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers. And from here, bend your knees a little. And then you can start by pushing your block to the back and see what's happening. What's happening when you're pushing your block to the back. So you should feel that you create more space in the lower spine. And I completely forgot one thing that is so important. Let's come quickly into a plank position. So just come forward, having your shoulders over your wrists. Your arms can be a little bit wider than your shoulders. So for me, it's like a little bit wider, but it depends as well on like how you feel comfortable, right? Push in through the mounts of the fingers and then bring your heels over the toes. Bring your heels over the toes. This is kind of like the correct alignment. And then shift yourself to the back. Downward facing dog. Great job. Bend your knees as much as you need. And then push your block again to the back. Or just think about pushing a block to the back. So thighs rotate inward and back. Good job. Push into the mounts of the fingers. Feel the length. Don't forget about your arms. Breathing in deep. Feel the length from your heart to the fingers. Create more length from the heart to the fingers. And then create more length from the heart to the hips. And maybe finding more space in your lower spine here. Can you find more space in your lower spine? Great job. Look between your wrists. Start to walk forward and up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your hips. Elbows pointing upwards. Stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms up into the sky. Slight back bend. And release your arms. How did that feel? Shake your legs out. Shake your arms. Put the block away. How did that feel with your block if you had one? How did it feel without, you know? Shake your arms. Shake your legs. Does it make a difference? And try to listen on your own into it. And I completely forgot like the basic alignment, you know. It's funny, you know, I don't plan these lessons out. I'm just like doing. And then I see, oh, you know what? I forgot something there. Most important, like with the alignment cues, I forgot, especially for beginners, they are important for like more advanced people. You can go all over the place, right? If you're advanced, you can start to explore and go all over the place wherever it feels good. Good. Let's go a little bit like, let's do a little break here. And bring your hands in front of your heart. Start to warm your hands up. Start to warm your hands up. By the way, after, We're going to do some mantra singing, then breathing practice, and then meditation today. So if you like to join into that, or to all of that, you're very welcome. Warming your hands up, and then bring your hands in front of your eyes together, and feel how the warmth is emitting away from your hands. Feel how your eyes get a little bit of rest. Close your eyes. Then release your hands down onto your face. Onto your face, connecting your fingers to your face. Good job. And slowly think about your fingers as raindrops. Draw your fingers down. Feel how the rain is refreshing your body, your face. Then your body, drawing your fingers down onto your body. Bring your arms by your sides, palms are pointing forward. Bring your arms up by your sides. Good. From here, we breathe in deep. We get long from your feet to the crown of the head. You're breathing out, we're releasing again. Breathing in again, get long from the shoulders out to the fingers. Breathing out, releasing again. Breathing in again, extend the fingers away from each other. Breathing out, releasing, and now we're doing all the three things together. So breathing in, get long from the feet to the crown of the head, from the shoulders out to the fingers, extend the fingers away from each other, and think about hugging the whole world. As you're breathing out, give yourself a big hug. Give yourself a big hug. How does that feel? If you like to smile, smile. You have my permission. Good job. Check which arm you have on top. And then release. Give yourself another hug with the other arm on top. And if you like to smile, smile. See how you're feeling today. Great job. Release. Check your arms out. Let's come to the front again. And right now, we're going one more time into it. We're coming out of it again. And then we're going to do some sun salutations. I hope you're happy with how far I brought you in downward facing dog today. If you have like additions to it, please write them in the chat. Like, oh yeah, you know, you're not a real yogi, you forgot this and this and this. There are more things, you know, to add, but tell me them, you know. If you think you have something great to add, let me know about it. I'm all ears. Bend your knees, slowly hinge at your hips. Bring your hands down to the floor, push into the mounds of the fingers, claw your fingers. Good. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Find the right length for you again. So shoulders over the wrists, heels over the toes. Good job. And then shift yourself back. Bend your knees as much as you need. Good. Push into the mounds of the fingers. Keep your arms engaged. Again, don't sink through. Right, remember? And then turn the thighs inward and back. And see what's happening when you're turning the thighs inward and back. What's happening then? Great job, everybody. Your head in line with the spine. Take deep breaths here. Look between your wrists. Start to walk forward and up. Bend your knees, bring your hands to hips, elbows pointing upwards, stand up with a straight back. Bring your arms up into the sky. Slide back, bend, engage your belly. Release. Shake your wrists out. And let's dance. Let's just dance around your space, around your mat, if you have a mat. Otherwise, just dance around your space and see where it leads you, where your body leads you. Just stretch yourself. Ugh. Before we're getting in sun salutations, and then when we are ending it slowly, like the physical practice, right? Dance and see where you can go, see where you explore, see your creativity. Good job, everybody, you're doing great. If you like to touch the floor, touch the floor. If you want to make noises, make noises. Good job. Good. We can dance without music. And then slowly come back. How are you feeling? Let's do some sun salutations. Are you ready? Good. To finish this up, then maybe doing bridge pose or something. Let's see. Come to the front of the mat. Bring your arms up into the sky. Slight back bend. Breathing in deep. Breathing out, folding forward. Bend your knees. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Come up. Feel the length from your hips to your head. Your lower spine. You can check with your lower spine if it's rounded or not. If it's rounded, then you will feel the vertebra sticking out. If not, then you won't. You can also test that by rounding your spine and feeling the vertebra sticking out. Then come slowly down to the floor. Push into the mounts of the fingers and step or jump back. From here, come into downward facing dog. Doesn't need to be perfect right now, but you can check there and again go into it. I'll give you a moment here. Try to think about all the things that we taught today or that we learned today. Then come forward into plank position and slowly, in your way, either knees down to the floor or through Chaturanga, coming down. Chaturanga is elbows next to your body, 90 degrees, and then releasing your hips down to the floor, releasing your body down to the floor, pushing to the mounts of the fingers, pushing to the feet, into the toes. Toes are connected with the floor, the knees are connected with the floor, and then think forward and up. Your head is in line with the spine. Your elbows are pointing back to your legs. Great job. Feel the back bend here. Good, and then push yourself back over your knees or directly up to downward facing dog. Breathing in deep. Look between your wrists and start to walk forward and up. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward, stand up with a straight back. Come up again. Slight back bend. And breathing out, falling forward. Breathing in, lifting halfway. Breathing out, folding forward. Bend your knees, bring your hands to the mat, step or jump back. Downward facing dog. How does your downward facing dog feel right now? Maybe compare it to the beginning of the yoga lesson. Bend your knees a lot. You can walk with your heels if you like. Good. And come forward and down as you're breathing out. Come forward and up. Think forward and up. Really pull yourself forward and up. Your shoulder blades are coming onto the back together. Push into the mounts of the fingers. You don't need to go that far up. If that's new for you, if it's uncomfortable, find a lower back bend here. Your knees are connected to the floor, your feet are connected to the floor. Then shift yourself back to downward facing dog. Look between your wrists. Take a deep inhale. And then as you're breathing out, coming slowly forward. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward, stand up with a straight back. Slight back bend here. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in, lifting halfway. You go one more time, a little bit faster. Breathing out, folding forward. Place your hands on the mat, stepping back. Breathing in deep. Come forward and down, elbows next to your body. Release down. Breathing in, lifting forward and up. Breathing out, come to the back. Your head is in line with the spine. We're not looking up like this, but in line with the spine. Come to the back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, look forward between your wrists. Start to walk forward and up. Bend your knees, bring your hands to your hips, elbows pointing upward. Breathe in. Slight back bend. And breathing out, release. Bring your hands in front of your heart together. How did that feel? Shake your arms out, shake your elbows, shake your legs. And I think we need to go one more time into downward facing dog and repeat it, because it's important to just make sure that the last time you're doing it, it's somewhat correct. And now that we went through it a little bit faster, and there's not really an is correct and not correct, but rather like, hey, do I have everything included, all my things that I like to have included, do I have them included? And you can let away one or two things, but then, like especially like with letting your shoulders down to the floor, like creating a hyperextension in your shoulders, it's not really good for you. So don't do that, please. So we go one more time in there. Just come down to downward facing dog in your way. Spread the fingers, push into the mounts of the fingers, claw your fingers. As good as we can. Find the right alignment again. Shoulders over your wrists and heels over the toes. Shift yourself back. Get long from your hands to your hips. Bend your knees. Make sure that your shoulders are not onto the back and you're completely on the floor, but you rather keep your arms engaged. As we taught, turn your thighs inward and back. Feel what's happening in your lower spine. You want to create more space in your lower spine. Great job. How does that feel? Bend your knees as much as you need. And again, get long from your heart to the fingers. Feel that length and keep that length. As you're breathing out, keep that length. Breathing in again, get long from the heart to the hips. Feel the length from the fingers to the hips. Great job. And slowly come out of it. Bring your knees to the floor. Bring the knees to the side of the mat, big toes together, and make sure you don't have any kind of waist restriction going on, like a belt, or loosen that belt, and then slowly come forward, bring your shoulders away from your ears, reach forward, child's pose, breathing in deep into your belly, into your chest here. How does that feel? Just relax. If there's any kind of stretch going on, breathe in deep into that stretch. And slowly coming up again. Coming up. Bring your legs forward. Let's come and lie down on the floor, on your back. Woo! Good job, everybody. How did that feel to you? I love happy baby position, so let's do some happy baby position. If you like to do anything else, please feel free to do that. So bring your knees in, grab between your legs through, and with the index finger and the middle finger, grab onto your big toes. Otherwise, grab onto the side of your feet, if you're a little bit more flexible, like maybe for some women. And for the people that aren't that flexible, grab on with your index finger and the middle finger onto your big toes. And from there, straighten the right leg, straighten your left leg, fall to the left, fall to the right. Be a happy baby. Be a happy baby. I'm singing, be a happy baby. Come on, you guys. I'm just kidding. You know, I'm playing. Be playful here. Where can you go? Straighten one leg, straighten the other. Fall to the left, fall to the right. Woohoo! Good job. Phew. And release your legs. Extend your legs. If you like to do any kind of different position before we come to a close, please do that. Otherwise, come to a Shavasana. Bring your arms by your sides, palms are pointing up, feet are facing away from each other. Tuck your chin in a little bit and release your head again to the floor. So lift your head up, chin tucked in, and release your head down to the floor. Good job. And just be. Shavasana is called also corpse pose in English. It's the hardest position in yoga, as they say. And here, you want to tell your whole being that this physical practice is now over. That the physical exertion is now over. I'll be quiet right now, and I will get you back out of this position in about 2 minutes. Try. Have your eyes closed. Deepening your breath. Start to move your fingers. Start to move your toes. Whenever you're ready, come back to your body. Draw your knees in towards your belly. Shift yourself to either the left or the right side, coming to lie down on your side body. Again, draw your knees in towards your belly. Then shift yourself to either the left or the right side to come lie down on your side body. Have your eyes closed. And from there, make this position comfortable for yourself. Softening the skin of the face. Releasing all the tension in your tongue, in your jaw, in your neck, in your shoulders, in the arms, in the elbows, in the wrists, in the fingers, in the chest, in the belly, in your hips, in your whole spine, in your whole back, in your legs, in your knees, in your heels, in your feet, in your toes. Release all the tension. With your next breath, take a deep, deep, deep inhale. Your belly into your chest. And nurture your whole body with that inhale. And then breathe out. Feel how the gravity is carrying you. The gravity of the earth is carrying you. Completely relaxing into the floor, into the earth. With your next breath, lift yourself up by your side. Come up by your side into a final sitting position. Whenever you arrive, bring your hands in front of your heart together. Bring your shoulder blades onto the back together. Good. Just a little bit maybe. So whenever you arrive, bring your hands in front of your heart together. Naturally, when you bring the hands in front of your heart together, your shoulders wander a little bit to the back. Honoring your physical practice today. Bow your head in front of your heart. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. Namaste. Release your arms, open your eyes. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for taking care of yourself today. And we're not finished right now, but we're going further with mantra singing, then breathing practice, and then meditation. So yeah. Good. And currently we're singing the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu mantra. So if you'd like to join in for that, we're going to do that. Just a moment. And then we're doing some breathing practice and then meditation. Listen into how you're feeling right now. And if you feel like you need to do some movements, do some movements. Still have not done a lot of yoga, and thus far I have mostly avoided downward facing dog because it's not yet comfortable. Today was the most I have explored it. Far from perfect, but getting a little bit better step by step. Thank you for guiding us and caring for us. Thank you so much, Mika. So Mika, yeah, you know, especially when I remember back to downward facing dog, it was really difficult for me. It was really, really difficult for me. And take your time, step by step, as you say. You're doing a great job. You're doing a very wonderful job. If you have any questions, you're always welcome to ask me. Again, everybody, if you're not in my Discord already, feel free to join in my Discord. We also have wonderful man circles every Saturday, so if you're interested in joining them, please feel free, write out to me in the Discord or here on Twitch that you're interested, and then I'll guide you in there. Good. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Also, like, Jamie, you took ginseng supplements yesterday and it's already helping you feel better. That's amazing, you know, if it helps you, it's great. However, I rather not have you promote any supplements here. Thank you for that. Just like, you know, I don't think it's very, very great for other people, like, you know, to put their trust into other supplements. So, you know, everybody needs to kind of like explore on their own if they want something or not. But I'd rather not have them like, oh, come to my yoga lessons and somebody writes something here. And then it's like, oh yeah, you know, from this yoga lesson, I learned that, yeah, the ginseng supplements are so great. Maybe they are super great, you know? Maybe they are super great, and that's amazing. Thank you so much for being here, Jamie. I hope you also enjoyed the yoga lesson. Right now, we're going into mantra singing. Let's go. So this is the Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu mantra. And this is the mantra to let or wish that the whole world is happy. And we're singing this one together. I especially like it. I'm not going to lie here because it's so short and so easy, so I don't really need to explain it too much. And I can just start to sing, and whenever you are ready, you can join in. So I'm going ahead and I'm drinking some water before we start. You can also do that. And you can sing with me, or you can just listen, or you can just whisper it if you like. Yeah, as you like. You like it too, says Mika. Awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, Mika, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here. And you know, Mika, like this downward facing dog stuff here that I teach you, you know, you don't really learn this too much from other yoga teachers, other than when they're really up in person with you, maybe you learn it, like private lessons and everything. Other than in big lessons, they don't usually have time to teach you things like this. Especially, you know, the bad thing about this, I'm not here in place with you, and so I can't correct you if you're doing anything wrong. But you're also, I'm really trusting in, like, oh yeah, I'm trying to explain it in a way so you understand, and you can ask me if there's anything that you need to have answered. Let's all sing it together and combine our resonating power from different parts of the world to increase the power. Yeah, definitely. Let's go. Let's do that. I like that, Jamie. So, yeah. And there's also a vibrational part of this mantra that travels throughout our body and maybe connects to a certain body part of yours. Who knows? Just feel in if that's the case. And we're starting right now. Come to a wonderful sit. Let's start. You can join in whenever you are ready. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. 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 Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu 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 loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. How does your body feel right now? How do yourself feel right now? Wonderful. Take a time to come out of it. Don't just rush somewhere right now. Take a time to come out of it. Every time we come out of something, or we finish up something, finish up a task, if you want to call this task. Don't just run to the next task, but take a moment to see that we're finished with singing right now, chanting right now. To observe how you're feeling. Coming to breathing practice. We're not going too long. We're going to go for 2-3 minutes. And we're going to do a alternate nostril breathing. So if you have like a closed nose, try to grab a tissue or find a tissue. Try to clean your nose so it's somewhat open, you know. And so you can breathe through both nostrils. Yeah. And then we're going to start slowly. Whenever you're ready, we're waiting for everybody to clean their noses. Right? And then Bring the index finger, the middle finger, between your eyebrows. Between your eyebrows. Maybe a little bit above. Then with the thumb and the ring finger, we grab on the bony part of the nose. And we're pulling the the fleshy part of your nose up. So on the bony part of the nose, we're pulling the nose flesh up. Good. From here, come back. And we're breathing in through both nostrils. And breathing out through both nostrils. Continue for a moment, as I'm kind of like explaining what I need to explain. At any point in time, if it becomes suffocating to you, come out of it. Just a natural breath and wait for us. If it feels great, awesome. Good. Take one more deep inhale together with me through the nose. And release, and we're starting. Close your left nostril, opening your right nostril, breathe in through the right. Closing the right, opening the left, breathing out through the left. Breathing in again through the left. Closing the left, opening the right, breathing out through the right. Breathing in again through the right. Closing the right, opening the left, breathing out through the left. Breathing in again through the left. Closing the left, opening the right, breathing out through the right. Breathing in again through the right. Closing the right, opening the left, and continue on your own, in your own rhythm. The next time you breathe in through the left nostril, opening up both nostril, and breathe out through both nostril. Breathe in again through both nostril, and breathe out again through both nostril. Slowly come completely out of this breathing practice and see how you're feeling. This breathing practice that I teach here, or the breathing practices that I teach here, are there to calm your nervous system. They are here to calm your nervous system. They are not meditation. They are not like meditation. That's something different. Welcome, Solar. Welcome. Marcel, help me. I need the power of yoga. Yeah, for example, you could do this breathing practice, Solar. It's there to calm your nervous system. Again, if you're anxious a lot, for example, this breathing practice could help you, could help you. Maybe it just doesn't feel right for you. It could be, but maybe try it out and see if it's something for you or not. Good. And again, we're going right now to feel how you're feeling. See how you're feeling. You feel good? You feel bad? Just see what is there and accept it. And from here, we're coming into meditation slowly. So if you like to join in here, we are going for 30 minutes, 25 minutes of meditation and 5 minutes of Shavasana. If you like to go shorter, you can do that. But please, if you're coming out of it, lie down on the floor for a period of time, like 5 minutes, 2-3 minutes-ish, and then come out of it. Rather than directly coming out of it from the meditation, lie down on the floor for 3 to 5 minutes, and then come out of it. We're starting right now. I'm giving you all the instructions you need. Come to a wonderful sit at any point in time. If you need to change your sitting position, please do that. Please make yourself feel comfortable here. Make yourself comfortable here. Good. From here you can have your eyes open or closed. Come into a great sit. Start to observe your inhale. Start to observe your exhale without changing your breath. Observe your inhale, observe your exhale. Maybe feeling that your inhale is slightly a bit colder than your exhale. That's all what we do. At any point, you lose the connection to your inhale, to your exhale. Come to your breath. Observe your breath. Observe your thoughts. At any point you lose the connection to your breath, observe your thoughts. See what's going on in your thoughts. Then let go of your thoughts softly, without pushing your thoughts away, but letting them go like opening up a window and letting them go out like wind. And then coming back to your breath slowly, preferring the breath to your thoughts. Observing your inhale and your exhale again. And know that it's your journey. So maybe one day you're completely in your thoughts all the time. And that's okay. That's all right. And maybe one day you're completely focused on your breath. That's okay and all right. Honor wherever you are today. Remember to change your sitting position if you need. I will be quiet right now. And we see each other after 30 minutes. If you need to leave earlier, wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful night, wherever you are. More time, connect to your breath. Your inhale to your exhale. Then lie down on the floor. Extend your legs. Have your eyes still closed if possible. Bring your arms by your sides. Feet are facing away from each other. Bring your arms by your sides. Palms are pointing up. Just be for about 5 minutes. Just be. Start to move your toes. Start to move your fingers. Stretch your arms, stretch your legs stretch your arms over your head, stretch your legs. Feel the length. And from there, slowly, if you need to yawn, yawn. Shift yourself to the side. So slowly shift yourself to the side and come up by your side. Oh, wonderful. How does that feel to you? And welcome, Casa Delce. Appreciate you also coming in and saying hi. Just finish up this yoga lesson. Come again to a great sit if you like, or just slowly go out in your day, in your night, wherever you are in this world. And I hope you enjoyed today this yoga lesson. And yeah, how cool was it? We explored really, really deep downward facing dog. We learned all about it. And it was amazing. And of course, people can also always ask questions. If you're not in my Discord right now, feel free to join in my Discord to connect more with me. By the way, Casa Delce, thank you, great. Casa Delce is another wonderful streamer here on Twitch. He's very, very new, so if you like to check him out, he does sound baths. I just checked you out before. By the way, hi Doric, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? So good to have you. And let me give a shout out to Casa Delce. And so wonderful to have you here. So wonderful to have you here. And please go check him out, connect with him, maybe drop him a follow. And there's so much to tell you, you know. I'm going to have a Twitch beginner class tomorrow at 6 p.m. GMT plus 2. So if you're joining in there, or if you like to join in there, write me via Twitch and we can figure that out if you're interested. I would love to help you. As always, thank you, Marcel. Thanks for the stream and the kindness. I appreciate you, Mika. Appreciate you, Mika. All the best to you. Love and blessings to you. And we are here tomorrow again at 6:30 a.m. GMT plus 2. We're doing 1 hour of yoga, then mantra singing, breathing practice, and then meditation. Good vibes, everyone. Appreciate you, Casa Delce. Appreciate it. And you guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you like to follow me, don't forget, or if you like to join in again with me, don't forget to follow. And also I have YouTube channels, feel free to check them out. I've got an archive where all these videos are going up. All these videos are going up there. And I've got also another YouTube channel with the Health Skill Podcast. So I'm the host of the Health Skill Podcast. And yeah, we're streaming the Health Skill... Can I talk? We're streaming the Health Skill Podcast live on this Twitch channel here. So maybe you're burned to speak about something, then reach out to me and we see what we can do, you know? And that's also on my other YouTube channel, where we also have dedicated yoga practices. So if you like to get started with yoga, I have a 7-day series for you to get started. And that would be amazing if you checked it out, you know? If you want to get started with yoga, I think it's a good chance for you to start there. And then maybe join into my classes, ask questions, everything like that. It's all available for you guys. Doric, 16, I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. All the best to you, Casa Delce, Doric, 16. Appreciate you guys. We see each other tomorrow, probably. If you like to join in, I will be there. And today was the first time we did something with a block. This is I just took this from my brother. I never used blocks in this lesson. But you know, I always wanted to do it without equipment. But really a block is like the first kind of like equipment that I would really, yeah, kind of like start to use in my yoga lessons. Thank you, Marcel. At next meditation. Yeah. All the best. Also, all the best to you guys. You're amazing. Love and blessings out to you, to each and every one of you. And remember that the ripples of love that you're sending out, they might come back to you at one point, but don't expect it. With that said, let's send out some love to another streamer. And what we are going to do is we're going to rate them. And so I'm sending all of my viewers over to them. And for example, today online is Iping Tai Chi. So maybe you like to check out somebody else, Casa del Se, who's really, really great here on Twitch, who's really a profound teacher here on Twitch. So I'm going to send you over to them right now, to the wonderful Iping Tai Chi. And you guys, I wish you a lot of love. Again, love and blessings to you, and really drop, put some love in the chat. Like we're always rating with this here. So we're writing this here, this message here in the chat of where we're going to. So we're now moving away from here and we're going to another stream, and then we're writing this message in here, or we just write rating with love when you arrive there. And that would mean a lot to me, sharing the love with somebody else. With that said, take care, you guys. All the best to you, and I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye-bye! See you soon!